I'm Saturday hauling for you guys today, and I'm going to start off with a repurchase, and it's from Glow Recipe. It's their Guava Vitamin C Dark Spot Serum. This is a product that I purchased myself and I got sent from the brand a couple times as well, and it's one of the few vitamin C serum products that my sensitive acne prone skin can tolerate. Like, I don't get any adverse reactions on my skin at all from this, and it also like kind of acts like a sort of like a primer with a little bit of a glow to it, and then also my skin gets a little bit of hydration from it as well. So I use one pump of this every single morning, and I ran out a little bit ago and I was trying to work through some other products and I was just missing it. So I went ahead and I repurchased another bottle of it, and it's a 1 fluid ounce bottle. Glow Recipe is a Korean based skincare brand, but this one here is made in the USA right here, and it does have tranexamic acid, ferulic acid, and vitamin E in it. My skin tolerates it really, really well. This one and the Farmacy Very Cherry Vitamin C Serum are two that I've been able to use on my particular skin type with no funny business. So I really love this serum from Glow Recipe. The bottles that the brand puts their products in are the cutest. So it does have a pump, and I use one pump of it again every single morning, and I love it. I missed it, so I'm so glad to have it back. I've already been using this particular bottle. So that's the Glow Recipe Guava Vitamin C Dark Spot Serum right there. And then the Sephora brand came out with a new concealer, and they're calling it the Best Skin Ever Full Coverage Multi-Use Concealer. It says natural finish, long wear, anti-pollution, and there's 0.3 fluid ounces of product, and it is made in Canada. And I actually got 2 shades of this, both with the pink undertones, because I just wasn't sure. So I originally took out the 11.5 P shade and I swatched it on the back of my hand, and I was like, oh, this looks perfect. If anything, it looks almost maybe a little bit too light. So I was like, this should work out great. And then when it dried down, it did oxidize on my skin. So I was like, good thing I bought another shade. So the other shade that I got is 0.03 P. So these are the 2 lightest pink undertone shades in the range. The bottles are a lot larger than I thought that they were going to be. Like, they're a good size. Like, if I were to compare it to, yeah, it's like the same size actually as like the Tarte Shape Tape. This is the ultra creamy version. So it's a larger packaging than I thought it was going to be in. And then I've got about 2 parts of the 11.5 P to 1 part of the 0.03 P underneath my eyes, and then I can kind of customize the brightness going into the winter time as well with these. And the coverage feels very medium to buildable for me, and it blended out so nice. Like, concealers nowadays are getting so good. Recently I haven't been really into a super full coverage concealer, but this concealer kind of just blends into your skin with that coverage, and so you don't see a ton of, at least I didn't see like a ton of difference between the No. 7 foundation and then this, you know, more kind of full coverage for me concealer underneath the eyes. They just blended together really, really well. Like, this is a lovely product. It is the summertime. It feels very comfortable underneath the eyes. I don't know how that will be going into the winter time, but it blended out super seamless. And it also hasn't migrated into my little fine lines or under eye rolls either, which is super awesome. So let's go ahead and swatch these. So this first one is 0.03 P. So it's got that larger doe foot applicator. A nice amount of product comes out. I don't have to go into the packaging a whole bunch to get the product out. And then the other shade I have is 11.5 P, which upon first glance I was like, that's perfect. But I'll show you kind of the dry down here in a minute, that it does have a little bit of oxidation to it. What are them kitties doing? I hear them doing something in the background. So I'll just kind of, I think you can almost see it a little bit there. You can see that shade, especially, you know, as it's drying down, it does deepen up in color. So I've kind of got that mixture right there underneath my eyes, but so far so good. This is a beautiful concealer. Again, it feels very nice underneath the eyes and it doesn't feel drying. Nice coverage. It just looks really nice. So I definitely tried it out. I think these were 15 bucks a piece too. So pretty affordable, and you get quite a bit of product. So that's the new Sephora Best Skin Ever Full Coverage Multi-Use Concealer right there. Yeah, you can definitely see. Let's just put a little dash, a fresh dash of this next to that so we can see the, yeah, you can definitely see the difference between the dry down and the fresh kind of swatch there. So just a little FYI, I would shoot maybe a shade up than what you're thinking because of that oxidation. And then I also grabbed another one of the Haus Labs by Lady Gaga High Power Pigment Paint. And this is the shade Black Onyx Matte. So I originally purchased the green one, which is Mint Matte. And I liked how fluid it was. Not for the intention that I was using this product on the waterline, because I had to do it in thin layers because it was like more fluid, but that fluidity kind of got me thinking how well that would work for winged liner for me. So I did go ahead and purchase the black shade as well, and that's what I used for my winged liner. And it's very rich and it does dry down matte. It doesn't have a shiny finish, but it also doesn't feel like crunchy and dry for a matte product. So I may actually end up picking up a couple more shades of this too for using as winged liner. I haven't had any transfer or any smudging or anything like that. Granted, I haven't put it to like a full like outside sweat test or anything like that, but it is posing to be pretty long wearing. So it comes in a 0.25 ounce or 7 gram squeezy tube. Let me set this green one down. And this particular product is made in Italy. So that's the box packaging, and I'll just go ahead and swatch this for you guys for what it's worth. So you can kind of, I want you to kind of try to see the fluidity of it, which just makes gliding on winged liner for me easier. And I don't have to like go over it a bunch because it's really inky and pigmented. So just so you can kind of see the product there. Like super rich, you know, super rich, super fluid. Like you see how much that little dot went quite a long ways. And I think that people have been using these kind of for eyeshadow bases and some other things like that as well. I'm just kind of mainly liner focused for the waterline and the wing. So that's the Haus Labs High Power Pigment Paint in Black Onyx Matte right there. From, again, did I say that? Haus Labs? Also from Haus Labs, I got one of their Monster Lip Crayons, and the shade that I got is Light Peony Matte, and it appeared to be kind of the lightest shade in the range. And more recently, when I've been ordering the lightest shade in the range, they just haven't been super light for me, and so I was kind of like, should I try it? But I really wanted to try it. So I got it, and I'm happy that I did because it is a nice lighter pink. It's not quite as light as I was hoping for, but it's not been like disappointingly deep either for me for the lightest shade, if that makes any sense. And I think the packaging on this is really cool. So this is what I have on my lips today as well, and it almost like it goes on, you can tell it's like one of those silicone-y type formulas, but it does have a bit of a dry down to it. It's not drying at all though, and I did already eat like lunch and stuff, and it stayed pretty well, and it's not migrating into my lip lines either. So a pretty nice product right here. Like, it just looks really nice for a matte kind of lip product. I guess it might have a little bit of a sheen to it, but it's pretty matte, at least for me. So I'll just put a little bit more on for what it's worth. Let me show you guys the packaging. I like that they color coordinated the packaging with the lip shade as well. Did I tell you? I'm just slacking, you guys. Okay, there's 0.05 ounces of product, or 1.4 grams, and this product is made in Germany. So let me just put a little bit more on for you guys. You can kind of see it. So I don't know, I might, because this one's more pink, I might try out the other light kind of nude color that they have, because I think it's got a little bit more warmth or a little bit more nude to it, whereas this one's a little bit more pink. So Light Peony Matte is this shade right here. And yeah, I've been enjoying this lip product as well. And then I've got it on with another new product. This is the Rare Beauty Kind Words Crayon in the shade Creative. There's 0.014 ounces or 0.4 grams of product, and this one is made in Korea. So it's one of Rare Beauty's new lip liner pencils. That's the packaging. Love that the shade is on the end, and it's a twist up pencil. And this is what I've got lined with that Haus Labs matte lip crayon. and really been enjoying this as well. This is another product that I was like, because so far with the lip products in the range, when I've ordered something, it's always been a little bit deeper than what I thought. This is actually the shade that I was hoping for, so I'm happy about that. I might actually check out the lipstick in the shade Creative that goes kind of with the pencil as well now, because it's, again, on that lighter realm. I love a light nude pink, a light orangey nude, like, anyway. So this is the shade Creative. It glides on pretty well. I liked it best when I kind of put one line over and then went over it one more time. But that's the lip combination that I have on today, and I've really been enjoying it. So again, it's a twist up pencil, which is nice, and it's been wearing really well. Again, I've had lunch with this, and I really didn't have to touch up my lips at all after that, so that's good. Really nice product there. Another one that I kind of want to grab the other light shade in the range. So that's the Kind Words Lip Pencil Matte Lip Liner. I think I read the other, yeah, I read the French side. That's why I was like, what? It's the Kind Words Matte Lip Liner in Creative from Rare Beauty right there. And then I kept trying to resist this next product, and I just could not, because the packaging is so pretty. And this is the new Gucci refillable eyeshadow palette in 02 Gorgeous Flora. So it's their second version of this product. There's 9 grams or 0.31 ounces of product across 12 shades. So that's about 0.026 ounces per shade. So you aren't getting a ton of product. This is a very expensive eyeshadow palette, but the packaging is very, it's got a nice weight to it. It feels like super quality, and it's really gorgeous. So this is the box packaging right here, and then the palette does come in a felt sleeve that says like Gucci on it. And I was looking at my other one, and I just put it in the drawer, and I was like, I should have kept the sleeve for this because it can get scratched, and I can't find it, and I think I threw away the sleeve. I'm going to keep this one in the sleeve just so I can keep the top super nice and shiny, because I did notice a couple little scratches on the top of my other one, which I'll compare this one next to that one as well for you guys. So let's just pull her out. Oh, isn't she pretty? Like, so pretty. And again, it's got a lovely weight to it. And then I haven't seen any indication of where the brand is going to come out with like other pans of these. Maybe they wanted to release a couple palettes like this before they start doing like the refills or different iterations of the actual shadows. I'm not sure, but these do pop out very easily. I wish that they were a little bit more secure in there. They can get a little loose in there because, again, it's not quite super secure in the packaging. Like, even just having that little dip and having it magnetized in there probably would have held it a little bit better. So you can kind of pull out this little piece right here from the packaging, and then it just goes in like that. So here are your 12 eyeshadows. It's a really nice range of shades. I thought it was interesting because there are colors in this one that are similar to the colors in the other one, like they like kind of those lighter blues and some of those purples and stuff. So that, I found that really interesting. I thought if they were coming out with another version, the color story would be like significantly different, but I don't feel that it really is. This one, if anything, is a bit more cool than the other one. Again, I'll show them side by side in a minute, but this is actually the eyeshadow palette that I have on my eyes today. And even though like the colors in this, they're not super revolutionary, the finishes aren't anything like super unique, I feel like the formula of the actual shadows is very nice. Like, I have a like super ease of use with blending them out. They're pigmented, like very easy to use, and then the looks come out very like sophisticated. Like, you know, I've got these blues on my lid, but it's not like boom, you know, blue eyeshadow, at least for me, because I can wear some blue eyeshadow, but it's very like soft and really pretty. I do get a little bit of fallout with the mattes, but again, the formulation of the shadows is just very soft, very finely milled, and they feel like a good quality shadow, but nothing super revolutionary in terms of the shade range or the finishes. So hopefully you can kind of see in the swatches here kind of what they're going to look like. And this is a standalone for me too. I'm able to just use this palette with looks. So, and maybe since it's like, you know, refillable, maybe that's why there's not a ton of product. But what'll be interesting is how much the refills cost, because this was $150-ish, so she ain't cheap. There's the first 4, and then these next ones. That like purple blue is really a pretty shade. And then these last 4 here. So there are the swatches right there of the new Gucci Gorgeous Flora #2 eyeshadow palette. And again, this is what I've got on my eyes today, and I really love the looks out of it. Like, same thing with the first one. I didn't think that the shades look super revolutionary, but I've loved the looks that come out of that palette, and just kind of how you've got some color in there without like being super over the top, you know? So the top one is the new #2, and the bottom one is the #1 in Floral. Just so you guys can kind of see. So you see there are a little bit of similarities with some of the tones, but like the blue in the #1 is a matte. The blues in the #2 are shimmers. This is more purple. The kind of purpley shimmer in the #1 has more purple, and the kind of purple in the #2 has got some more blue in it. So just kind of for some comparisons. But yeah, the shadow formulation itself is a very pretty formulation. So let's admire this packaging one more time. It is so pretty. So, so pretty. And I recently saw that they're coming out with blushes as well, which I'm excited about. And that's everything that I got in that I purchased this week. And then I got some lovely PR packages. This first one is from one of my favorite indie brands, and that's Nomad Cosmetics. So they're coming out with a new eyeshadow palette on Tuesday. It's dropping, so the 23rd. And this is the Monteverde Cloud Forest palette. I absolutely love the attention to detail when it comes to the brand. So the palette came in this paper here, and then there's a sticker that, you know, holds it in there, and then it's a little sloth. Like, super, super cute. And then each palette always comes with a card in it as well. So there are some tropical birds there. I'm not exactly sure what kind. And then the information behind the inspiration of the travel destination location that inspired the palette, which again is something that I really enjoy about the brand, is that attention to detail is just, it's superb. So there are 18 eyeshadows that are 0.05 ounces a piece. So you're getting just an astronomical amount of product. And this palette is manufactured at Nomad Labs in China. And then the box packaging has got information on the back with the shades on there. So destination Monteverde, Costa Rica. Coordinates Cloud Forest Preserve Inspiration Wildlife Wonderland. So wait till you see the front. So how cute. You got the little kind of cutouts of the animals in there, and then you pull the palette out. Super cute. It's a cardboard packaging with a magnetic closure. And then they do not do plastic inserts either. They're a very thin tissue paper that's over the top of the shadows. So I've actually been wearing this palette all week, and I think I've used every single shade in here. And the only thing that I incorporate, because this is quite bright, but one of the things about Nomad's eyeshadows is they're wearably bright. I don't know if that makes sense, but for me, they're like super bright shades, and you're getting your punches of like corals and pinks, but they're not overly done so, if that makes sense. So because everything in here is, again, quite bright, I do like to ground it with a matte shade underneath the brow because there isn't one like that in here. And so I have been using the Wet n Wild Brulee single eyeshadow for underneath the brow. Otherwise, I've been using everything out of this palette. So like the shine from this green and this purple, they reflect so light that I can get away with just using it on the lid and not wishing for that lighter kind of inner corner shade, if that makes sense. I'll probably toy around with the Aether Beauty Pure Diamond Dust and some of the deeper shimmers in here at some point. But for right now, I've just been using the shimmer shades in this palette, and the looks are so pretty. And again, I've been wearing this palette for the past week, and I've gotten compliments on my eyeshadow like every single day, which it does. There's such pretty shadows on the eyes, and those shimmers have this beautiful shift, and they're so sparkly, but you don't get like a bunch of fallout from them with that like that shimmer effect that they have. They're just really stunning. I love the shimmer shadows from the brand, and the mattes are pigmented and they blend out really well too. So again, let's look this packaging over again, because I just love the imagery on the front. There's a mirror in there. Here are your 18 shades, and then if you can kind of see, I know I've ruined most of them, but there's embossing in each of the shades. So there's like tropical flowers, hummingbirds, monkey, butterfly, and then you got the Nomad logo, and then the shimmers kind of have some forestry effect. This green shade has got a pink duochrome shift to it that is stunning on the eyes, like just really, really beautiful. I love the color. So let's start out with that one, shall we? We'll just kind of go down the line here. I follow them on Instagram, and every time they tease photos that a new palette is coming out, it's one of those brands that just really excites me that they have a new palette coming out. It's going to be really hard to see like on camera that pink shift in the green. And then these next ones. It's funny because I started out purchasing Nomad stuff, right? And then I got to the point where I bought everything, or at least all the eyeshadow palettes that they had available on their website, because I wanted them all because I loved them that much. So I feel extra lucky that I'm on the PR list. I love this yellow shade. Blending out those greens or using it with those pinks and corals, it's stunning. Look at the, oh, they're so pretty. And then this bottom row here. And then these last two shades. So this shade right here appears to kind of be a matte brown, but it's got a green undertone to it. So like I put this in the crease and I started blending out with, I think it was a little bit of that one in this shade. Oh, so pretty. It's got this grungy green undertone to it. That's, I don't know why I showed you those two fingers, but it's a really pretty crease shade. I think you can kind of see that. Let me see if I kind of go like this, if you can see that green undertone in it. I love that color too. So just stunning. Let's zoom in. I feel like this needs to be zoomed in on. Like you can kind of see that pink shift there in that green, right? So that is the new Nomad Cosmetics Monteverde eyeshadow palette right there. And again, this guy is launching on Tuesday, August 23rd. It's just so pretty. Like one of those palettes that I like to look at. I've actually got one of my other favorite palettes in my entire collection is the Nomad Haunted Europe palette. I've actually got it out right here because I've been wearing this as well. Oh, if you guys haven't already, we're going into fall too, which I wear this year round, but it's such a stunning palette. Like some unique grungy colors in here. Anyway, thank you so much to Nomad for sending over their latest palette. It's a stunner. And then lastly, Farmacy sent over a PR package, and it says, meet your daily upgrade, Daily Greens. So they reformulated their Daily Greens oil-free gel moisturizer, and then they sent over a couple other products from the range. So I'll kind of talk about each one because I've used them all, with the exception of their reformulated Daily Greens, because I've got a couple of moisturizers I'm trying to get through before I like open up a brand new one. But I'd used the original Daily Greens moisturizer almost like a serum, because it was like too light to use by itself, but it also had this like a serum texture to it that I loved layering underneath the Belief True Cream Moisturizing Balm. So I've actually been through a couple jars of the original, so I'm excited to try the new one. So it says, your favorite daily oil-free moisturizer is now new and improved. Daily Greens oil-free gel moisturizer is now an upgraded fragrance-free formula that delivers lightweight, lasting hydration while helping to clear pores, reduce shine, and balance oil without ever feeling greasy. So when I used the original, I loved the way that it smelled. And again, I have that sensitive skin type, but I never had any reactions from a fragrance in that one. So I'm very interested in this one. And it also says hyaluronic acid plus PGA, galacturonic acid, that's a new one for me, and niacinamide, moringa, and papaya. So it says available now on farmacybeauty.com, sephora.com, and in stores. So that's kind of the information right there. And it does come in a 1.7 fluid ounce jar. And this product is made in the USA. So I just want to show you the packaging here. It's got a little bit brighter green compared to the original. Like the glass jar packaging, it's just like a brighter kind of green right there. And then they sent over their Deep Sweep 2% BHA pore clearing toner in like the travel size. So this is a 1.7 fluid ounce bottle, and I've gone through quite a few of these in the full size. It's a very gentle 2% BHA toner, which a BHA works well to clean out the inside of the pores. And I feel like it's really gentle while being effective. So that's a nice toner right there. And then, broken record, Farmacy Green Clean Makeup Melt Away. This is the 1.7 fluid ounce. Been through so many of these. It's one of my absolute favorite cleansers in general, and also cleansing balms and like makeup remover type products. It's just a stunner. If you haven't tried, I highly recommend. It's a lovely, lovely product. And then they also sent over the Whipped Greens Oil-Free Foaming Cleanser, 1.7 fluid ounce right there. And this is actually a very, very gentle, lightly foaming cleanser. I've been through a full size of this guy as well, and I don't ever feel like this one strips the skin. Never felt like my skin was tight or dry with that gentle foaming action to it. And this one does have a bit of a scent to it, and I love it. I love the scents of all of Farmacy's products. Like their very cherry serum, vitamin C serum, it smells like edible. It smells so good. It smells like cherries. So anyway, huge thank you to Farmacy for sending over their new reformulated Daily Greens, and also the rest of their greens. I need to eat more greens. And that is everything that I have for my haul today. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I will see you guys later. Bye.